about now, we have none other than the youngest chutney legend, straight out of Trinidad and Tobago. We have Nishan the Hitman on air with us right now. Hello, good night.
Good night, Princess.
Well, good night to you.
It's my pleasure to be in your presence tonight.
Well, it is my pleasure having the opportunity to do this interview with you, and I know you are very busy. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this with me, okay? I appreciate it very much.
Oh, thank you for having me, though. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure.
Right. Thank you. And you know what? Thank you to Guyana Chunes for allowing the Hitman to come on and release this song, because this song is from a Guyanese people too. You know, Guyana and me go back a long way, and I'm so happy to be on this radio station to launch it. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. This is your first time on Guyana Tunes, and it definitely won't be your last.
No, I don't think so. As long as God give me life to live and this breath and this voice to sing and health and strength,
yes.
I'm gonna be releasing songs, so that means you guys gonna be seeing a lot of me.
Yes, you got that right. Okay, so tell me something. You are the youngest chutney legend of Trinidad and Tobago. How did this all come about?
Well, I think given the fact that the length of time I'm in this industry is going like in about 18 years right now, and the first song that I done back then was "Don't Hold Me Back." And given that title, legend, when you talk about legend, what you think as? I think the amount of hits for a young guy like myself, I guess I accomplished so much of stuff. So when a guy introduced me on that and mentioned this, I was like surprised looking at my track record, why he would call me that. But then when I started to investigate myself and the track record of Hitman and my music, the entertaining, what I did, what I accomplished, I think yeah, that's fitting, I guess.
Yes, I must say you have accomplished a lot. Your hit song "Don't Hold Me Back," Mr. Shankar is a big one too. You have so many hit songs. That's why they call you the Hitman.
Well, I think I was calling Hitman first, but I think I live up to my name, so this is what happened, I guess.
Yes, definitely, definitely, you do live up to your name. So tell me, you began singing film songs at the age of 16 as a hobby.
Yeah, but my musical career started way before that, because we grew up like most of the artists we have now, they grew up in the temples and with the families and stuff.
Yes, yes.
And singing bhajans and singing home, that, and then it branched off into the film songs, because film songs is embedded in our culture here in Trinidad from the generation of the ancestors. Since it began, I think film music out 100 years now. So you know what I mean?
Yes,
and since this generation, we love it. So that's how we branch out to the film song, start singing it in the children of Mastana, because Mastana Bahar back in the day was real popular here in Trinidad, and they came up with a other program named Children of Mastana. So I started doing the film songs, enter that, and it just take off from there to other stuff, to the chutney eventually. Yeah.
Wow. That's to show you how culture is one thing. I really admire you for that, because you always live up to your culture, and you're always known for making real chutney music, and also just pure chutney music, real chatak kind of thing, and also Chutney Soca music. And you relate to it relates to a lot of people, like life, like what's going on. It's real. It's not something fake. It's not something made up. You sing about things that's going on in the world. So
yeah. Well, you know what? chutney music, the original chutney music, they call that kimta, right? That's from the classical dolak, dantal and drum, right? So back in the day when I was growing up, my mom Ramaji Prabhu, she used to sing a lot of classical, and from there it started to went up tempo to the kimta, and then the people started liking the faster rhythm with that drum and dolak dantal, and it branched off into chutney music. There when you get Anand Yankaran, Bojram Hulas, my mom together even with Drupati back then, you know, a lot of stars, Boy Bass, Dave, Sunny Man, you name it. This is where our culture in Trinidad with concerning chutney and Indian music was at, and I had the opportunity of being around all these people, you know, so it's something in my, I will say in my blood, because I was there when it originated here back in the, I guess was a young guy though, but a little boy, but I see these artists used to be passing through by me, you know. You got all these artists used to come home by us, rehearse, even hang out, they line, you know, so I used to be around it, you know, so I learned the classical chutney, that's where they have it now. I used to be around there, I used to even play dantal for Yusuf Khan, the great Yusuf Khan, yeah, for real. He used to come home here by me, you know, I mean, even KB singing, who know classical music, used to come home, right? Chupati, you name it, because this is my mom, this celebrity thing, so this entertainment thing wasn't me way back when, right? And so I noticed this music, and then we have soca chutney now, and a lot of people may think soca chutney now come out, you know what I mean, with that kind of thing, but Sundar Popo used to be doing soca chutney, but that wasn't the name. They used to call it local singing in Trinidad here, that East Indian style of music, right? The English with the band, right? And what you find we doing now, and you trace that, you will see Sundar do the Nani and Nana and a couple other songs, right? And the English version of it. And we doing soca chutney now. I think we where we at right now, from Doho back with my experience to this point here, the music it's evolving, you know, we got a lot of new instruments in it, you know. And hence the reason why we're here today to talk about the newest Chutney Soca. I think this song have the elements of the drum, dantal, harmonium feel, and it have the elements of the soca, which is you're gonna hear in the music, and the music is modernized through that way too. You know, so we music evolved from the dolak, drum, dantal, chutney, then we released Chutney Soca, and we in this here right now. So I'm blessed to be able to do the both.
Yeah, that's I mean, you know, this is just some of these things that you're telling me I never even really knew. So I'm basically, you know, I know about you, but I'm basically learning more about this, you know, this entire thing, how, you know, from the beginning, you know, how it started and everything. So thank you very much for sharing that with me.
Well, you know what? I know a lot of the people, a lot of the fans. I wouldn't say fans, all my friends on Facebook.
Yes.
A lot of people who know Hitman now maybe didn't know so much about the music. So when they see I passionate about the music on Facebook and I write a status and, you know, I give my views on what I think, it's not just a crazy guy just now jumping in and seeing something and talking about it. You know what I mean? I know what I'm saying, you know, and that's why I stand my ground when I say something, because when I say something, I guarantee sure I'm gonna be backing it up. You know what I mean? So this is me, Hitman for Chutney. You know, it's in my blood.
Well, it definitely is in your blood, because you have that voice. It stands out. You know, some people are not, you know, they're not just cut out for chutney, but you have that voice, like, it just stands out, you know, it's very distinctive.
You gotta remember, right? You have me on a very serious note here right now, you know, but you know what, a serious note talking to a beautiful girl, you always still soft, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Now you want me,
this one. Alright. Yeah. And you're gonna make me stray and forget what I'm saying, because you know my memory not too good over the years.
Oh my god.
Of all the of all the craziness I've been doing to my body, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, but you know what? I think you could vouch for that now. I'm looking a lot better, so I'm mentally, physically and spiritually good now. Yeah.
I can definitely vouch for that. from where you started off till now, it's very different. It's such a big change. You're looking fit. Everybody's loving it. All the women are so into it. I mean, hey, even the guys too. Even the guys too. But,
you know what?
all the comments and stuff I've been seeing on Facebook, all these girls responses, they're like, oh, man, Hitman looking really good. What is he doing? What is your secret to, keeping your body so fit, so right? Because I know I see you eating all this food on Facebook. I want to know what's going on here.
Well, you know what? This started. Usually I wouldn't say my whole life, but the younger part of my life, growing up a teenager, I always was like interested in, I wasn't really too much a sports guy, but I always liked the weights lifting, the always active, you know what I mean? And I've been trying to keep myself in shape because living in New York when I lived there in 96, 97, 99, right? Around 4 years. In that culture, you start to see, see the life, see what people, how they live, and see how they take care of themselves, and how they dress, and, I'm like, hey, I'm up here, I'm going to get into this thing more. I do it in Trinidad, but up there, everything is, there to do. The gyms are right there. The food to eat, the diet, it's there. So I started to take care of myself back then. And then when I think, my back, and I started doing my madness. Yeah, I took care of myself a little bit after that, and then, I let myself go, right? And, that's when I went into crazy Hitman, right? I was in a crazy Hitman mode. Yeah, that was a crazy Hitman time, and I let myself go. And by trying to make a change in my life, you know what I mean? Like from the lifestyle I was living, I started pulling up myself on everything I do, and then it come back into a lifestyle that I'm living now, that I'm taking care of myself, you know what I mean, trying to be fit, trying to stay away from the crazy things, you know what I mean, so I could have more energy for other things, you know what I mean, singing, what you laugh for? I wait and I was finishing it for singing and entertaining, and you feel so better about yourself, you're just loving up yourself on, making a lot of people happy too by doing so it's good,
Exactly, that's true. You have to love yourself before you can love anybody else or love anything else.
Yeah. So it's a lifestyle thing right now with me, with the food and the diet and the exercise, and I'm loving it, and you know what, I'm enjoying it and enjoying my life right now, so things good. Yeah,
that's good. I mean, I'm glad, you're taking care of yourself and stuff. You guys, for all of you guys listening out there, if you guys got to go to the gym, or you got to eat right, you got to stay healthy, keep fit, take care of yourself so you'll live a long life. You guys have so much out there to do.
No, well, for the guys out there, right, I mean, I'll say to the guys that, the ladies love, I think some girls like little chubby guys, you know what I mean, little size, you know what I mean, because we guys like, there's some guys, no, not so big, I mean that big, but I think they like a little thing. In my case, I know the ladies are around, they love a little muscle, so you will see Hitman more muscling up, you know what I mean, I like to be in shape, because I could bench press them too, but seriously, the guys, whatever they do to themselves, it's good to take care of yourself. Exactly. And for the ladies, some guys like them thick, some guys like them slim, all kind of thing like that.
How you like them?
Me? I'm not gonna answer that question. Because you know why I'm not gonna answer that question, because I have a lot of ladies friends who I wouldn't say all size, but they're unique in their own way.
Exactly.
So, and I love that about them. In your case, you're slim and supermodel looking. I just love that about you.
Oh, thank you. Well, you already know if you make a comment, some people might get mad and things. Let's just leave that on that side. Let's just close that in the box and leave it locked.
Hey, this is me paying you a compliment. So who want to whatever, that's up to them. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much. I appreciate all your kind words. You're trying to mama guy me and thing here, but it's alright.
I try to mama guy you. Put it this way, we haven't chat for a while, so this is kind of mix up our interview with a chat,
That's true. That's true. Oh, hey, speaking about that, speaking about your body, your workout, and all that stuff, there's a Chutney Wood magazine in Trinidad. I heard something, a little rumor going around, which I believe is true. You are, they nominated you for the most sexiest chutney artist for 2015. Did you know that?
Charlie. So I gotta say, Guyana Chunes got the news. They got their people all over the world.
Of course, I always know anything. Is DJ Princess
well, you know
talking to?
That issue is gonna come out maybe early in February or late in January. I think they're trying to do it before the carnival, but I don't know. But yeah, but you know what? Looking at myself, I'm not too bad. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't argue with them.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
I wouldn't argue with them, you know what I mean?
Well, I love the look, and of course, these pictures on Facebook that I'm seeing, oh my goodness. Wow. When I saw that picture for the first time, I was just like, wow. I had to, I kept looking at it. I'm like, this man looking like, he's acting in a movie like he's a vampire, like with those long coats.
Well, you know what?
Wow.
I have some of the tricks of the vampire. I have the coat, right? I have the power of hypnotizing. You know what I mean? So the music is the machine of hypnotizing. So I got you under my spell, girl. Yeah.
Yes, I'm definitely under your spell. Among other girls out there, other girls, women, however you want to call it. I am it. Wow. Who is your photographer though? Because he is very, very good. He's excellent.
Yo, you know what? This guy is amazing. I knew him a little while ago. Steven, right? Steven Ciceram. I think you guys know Steven, the chef. That's one of my good friends. And through Steven, you know him, man. Who don't know Steven now, right? Seriously. Steven is the chef. You know what? I learned a lot from him though. Big up Steven, So Steven, we had a cooking program, couple of cooking programs on TV. And Steven was the chef. And through Steven I met Brandon. And Brandon is a photographer. He's a really, really experienced trust me, the dude is good. By looking at his work alone is like amazing. And he was like, Hitman, we gotta do a photo shoot, you need one. I said, Brandon, when the time is, I'm gonna tell you when I need it and we're gonna do it. And you know what? This timing was coming up and we talked and we did it, and Brandon just hit that one out the ballpark.
Wow.
And he had a little help from the Hitman with a little sexy body too. But yes, he did a serious. I love it.
Yes,
Brandon,
he did an awesome
hats
job.
Off to him.
He did an awesome job. Hats off to him, definitely. I like this new thing that you're doing with the picture, with the, photography and releasing off your track. I hope there's more, because I would definitely like to see more, and I'm pretty sure a lot.
You know what?
Everybody
you
likes
just
to see more.
you just hold on to my Facebook and after this interview and you'll tell me something about that same thing what you're saying here.
Well,
but I don't think it'll be too revealing like my rest of pictures, but it's good. Just for you, Charlene, I'll dedicate that picture for you for just even mentioning that and saying that.
Wow, well, thank you very much. I feel extra special right now. Oh my God. Every time I'm interviewing you, I always have to brace myself because you always have me blushing and all this kind of thing. Good thing you asked me, because my face is red right now.
I have, alright, good. You know what? You have me blushing, biting up my fingernails, nothing here. Alright? So let me get back to the serious part of this, please. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So about this track, first of all, before we get into that, because that is very serious, you will be performing this weekend at the World Resorts Casino in New York City for Legends and Icons. You'll be performing with so many big people, man. You got Rupi, you got Terry Gadrad, you got Sparrow. Oh my gosh.
Yes, you know what, Sparrow, this show is really, I think this show is going to be the if not the greatest show for the year, Chutney show for the year in New York, or the best show for the last. I don't know how you want to put it, but this show is going to be amazing. Seriously, because you know what, the cast is like so amazing, and I'm so happy to be working with these guys. You know what I mean? It's legend and icons, and everybody's legend and icons in their own way. You know what I mean? And the band, you know what, we gotta say a shout out and a big up to Vinod and Bistram and Gita and them with the Angels band. They really do amazing job, especially I would say that for me, because when I go out there and perform with them, they always give their best, and they're gonna be a part of the show too. So legend and icons, yo, I think they're gonna have a happy new year after that show. Trust me. Christmas is gonna be beautiful with memories of that show. Seriously.
That's definitely gonna be the talk of the town. You already know. Legend and icons. Wow, I wish I could be there for that show, man. That's got a large of Jason Dasser. Huh?
Hey, let me send a jet fare now. Let's send a private jet.
You have a private jet? You have a private jet?
I will fly myself and come you.
What? I will be
and then we'll touch
escorted.
after that show. After that show, we'll touch down with Trinidad and have breakfast. Then we go to Barbados and have dinner.
What?
Then I'll drop you back home after any night. Hey, you ready to go?
Sounding real good. Just make sure you see that outfit you put on for that picture, Chutney Soca Bullet. You need to just wear on that and come pick me up, right? Be good.
Yeah. But that wasn't really nothing. That was just a jacket. I was really bare back. So, alright, I'll just come just like that. Yeah.
Still not. Anything. That go work.
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
So you performed all over the world. You name it. You done it. You went there. You've been there, done that. This song, Chutney Soca Bullet. We are going to get into the song right now. How did you come up with such a name?
Well, Hitman, this is when I used to be, as I said, I live in New York maybe like a couple times in couple years, and being up there, following the wrestling, because we love the wrestling. Which guy seriously active in sports or anything don't like a little wrestling, So up there, me and my brothers and them used to be fooling around a lot, going to the game thing, and one of my favorite guys was Bret the Hitman Hart. Sorry, he don't wrestle anymore, but that was my guy. And when I did the Hold My Back, that was the name that I choose. I say, I'm going out as the Hitman, because Hitman is the bad man, and that's what I did.
That's you're out with a bang. I already see that 2015 is going to be very bright for you. Making all this music and all of these things, because this song, when you sent it to me yesterday, actually, I think I was going off on you. You sent me this yesterday, and I didn't have the final product yet, but it was just a little taste. I was like, oh dang, this is not a bullet, this is a bomb. You know what people are gonna, I think, all those posts on Facebook I'm seeing, people are saying the same exact thing that I'm saying. I thought it was just me, but it wasn't just me,
Yeah, but you know what? I think I myself didn't even know that the song would have turned out as it turned out this way. I know it would be good, but I didn't know it would be that good, and a lot of props. That's not me. It's not me alone, I mean? Ethan, Drum Hunk Productions, Ethan blew that one out of the park, you know what I mean? And being a young musician in the business, Ethan, and this is he now starting up the studio and recording, and to give us that kind of music, man, he gotta be doing something good, and I know the guy got some talent. Listen to that music, right? And then we got RT did some backup vocals. RT, you know what, I gotta say, she is one of the not only best singer we got in Chutney, or great singer or entertainer, but the girl got some talent, the girl got some ideas. She know how to work in a studio. If this year she operates in a studio, the kind of ideas this girl's come up with, she's like she great, and you know what, I'm so happy to be your friend, and she did that with us. The song, I gotta say, Wizzy, my boy Wizzy, he did some keyboards in it. You know, so it was a collaborative effort that make this song what it is.
You had
then
a
we
good
got
team.
Kelvin Kisoon. Hey yo, I couldn't ask for a better team. You know what? God always, like, throughout my whole life, always blessed me with a lot of good people.
Yes, I can
come
relate.
through. Yeah, you know, a lot of good people come through and be there when I need them. You know, and these are the bunch of guys. Kelvin Kisoon. You know, me and Kelvin Kisoon go back a long way. We always been in talks. Hitman, you know, do song. Janu Meri Jan was one of them, but that was on a different light. So we said we're gonna do a hot song, and you know, I had other songs to do, but when I heard Kelvin's song, I was like, alright, we could give this a try, because you know what, given the fact that for the past couple of years the Chutney music have been getting some real you know, down talk, you know, a lot of people who love music lose confidence. It was like, yo, what you guys doing? And you know what, I could have seen with them too, because we needed that. So when we went in the studio with this song, we wanted to bring back that Chutney Soca feeling. That's why you're gonna hear a lot of the East Indian elements in it, to get with the drum, the dantal. You know, the melody is original. Yeah, and the melody is original. You know, Kelvin came up with a brilliant, a real beautiful melody, and there's Hindi in it. You know, we put a little Hindi in it. Yeah, the Hindi, and you know what actually the Hindi is saying, you know what I mean? Chutney music, like when I say Chutney hai mein zindagi, ta da da da, ta da da da. Now that is saying that Chutney is my life, you know what I mean? Chutney music is my life. Chutney mein hai zindagi. And then aag mere dil ki hai tanda pani, you know, not even water, cold water could out that fire for that music, for that love, you know what I mean? And the song, that's what the song is saying, the Hindi in it. So we wanted to try in Hindi to make sure we have that element, you know. And if you follow if you follow in Facebook and following the Chutney world, you will see there's a call for that. Bring back the Chutney Soca, bring back music. We want to hear music in it. We want to hear vibes. We want to hear a little up tempo thing. I think the climate right now in the Chutney world was waiting and ready for this kind of Chutney Soca. And being away from really recording this style of Chutney Soca since Spana. When they came out with Spana is the last time I actually did a Chutney Soca song with that kind of style. And that Spana is like about a couple years ago, you know. So with me, with that vibes, with me ready to go, and then Ethan and his whole team together with Kelvin Kisoon, man, Chutney Soca, Chutney Bullet. We couldn't give it a better name, because the thing is like a bullet, you know what I mean? And
you got that
this
right.
is why we bring this is why we bring the music like this to these people, and I'm very blessed to get the opportunity to sing the song for the people.
That's good. You will also have the opportunity to do a little acapella at the end of our interview, and you will have the opportunity to release your own track right here on GuyanaTunes.com. So you have something to look forward to yet again. So when you know, I listened to the track and everything. You said I was looking forward to a Chutney Soca track. So I was like, wow, this guy, you know, Hitman, this is chutney, like real chutney kind of thing going on here. And also, it's also chutney. You can hear that, you know, you can hear where we're coming from with the Chutney Soca and everything too. But there's a lot of, you know, it brings out who you are, like who you really are. You know, being a chutney, the youngest chutney legend in Trinidad and Tobago. This song really defines it. You know, I don't know, I could not have said that any better. I'm just
you know what, by the time you're done, my head gonna swell up here, and I will just be so swell-headed. Just tell you that. No, my head, I wouldn't get so swell-headed, trust me. I've been in it too long to let that get to me now, trust me.
Yes, that's true. I mean, but you know, out of all honesty, that is my honest opinion. And you know, I'm so, you know, I can't just tell you how honored I am to actually be doing this interview with you. This is the exclusive interview with you, releasing this track. This is the first radio station online.
You know what? I think Guyana Tunes should be proud of you. You're doing a great job. You know what I mean? And I want you guys to keep, you know, giving the people the music. You know what I mean? Giving them good music, because The people want to have a good time, and you guys being who you are and doing it, carrying the music to the people, that's what it is all about.
Thank you very much. They always tell me that they're proud of me. Terry Gadrad, we got Roshan. We got a lot of people, who support me. Love up everybody, and I know you have a lot of supporters also, because you, for one, you are, being who you are very humble. You're not like, oh, okay, this person messaged me, okay, I'm not gonna reply, I'm gonna read it, but not gonna reply. You always have time for your fans, and the thing is, you don't even call your fans. You call them your friends, which is something I admire about you. That goes to show a lot, about the kind of person that you are. So I'm very proud.
Well, you know what? About fans and friends, after like being on Facebook, right, and interacting with so much people and yourself and everybody, and if you really made that connection and you get to know people, I think you just come out the friend zone kind of, the fan zone. Sometimes people say they're in the friend zone, so you come out the fan zone and become friends, because the love. But if you all these support on Facebook and right wrong with the song, Oh, come on, people loving it, they're loving you. I think they are my friends,
Yeah, Facebook is going off the hook right now. I can't even bear with this. It's too much. There's so many people logged on right now.
I know my page is thing, but you know what? We are talking about Facebook. We gotta call out some names and some people who over the years been my friends, my best friends, so much people, including you too, Charlene.
Oh, thank you.
I gotta say a special good night to one of my, I'm gonna say fan, my air condition, Indra. She moved up, she upgrade from fan to air condition, not friend. but she's like one of my serious ardent supporters. I love her, and I love her dedication to me. I just played, but I just gotta say, big up to her, and just keep doing what she's doing. I'll keep doing what I'm doing to give good music. Christine, oh my gosh, Christine, I am coming to New York soon. Make sure I'm on a diet, so you watch what you're thinking. Seriously, no. And then with Christine, there's Dinesh. I only eating pizza. I really don't want to eat pizza. I want a strict diet, but these are some of my family out there in New York. Pamela, that's Dinesh, wife, is like, they treat me so good. And there's my other best friend, Pamela. I wouldn't say friend, family, Pamela, and who's always supporting me right now. She loving up the song. I love her. Thank you very much. Allison, Allison is always a dear friend. Trust me, these names that I'm calling, it's so much names, but I just call them a few. Is like, seriously, I love them. They keep, when I go to New York, wherever I go, they come. I try to go with them. I try to hang out with them to give them back some sort of happiness that they give me. That's why I like to be in touch with them too. Nirmala, always supporting me. I love you guys. I know that the music that I do is for you guys. I want you guys to be happy, because I love doing music. I love entertaining you guys. Riyadh for doing so much clips and video clips. We're talking about video clips. We're talking about Devendra, people who do a lot of stuff support me, and support so much other artists too. But I personally love to go back and talk to them, be their friend, because they are my friends, Well, we gotta talk about videos. We gotta go down to Mel. Oh my gosh, Mel been one of my all time. Mel, big up. If you see, guys, you gotta lock on after this interview. Look out for the video, the launch on Facebook. Mel did a fantastic job. I love the clips. Always supporting me. She know good music. She support good music. That's what I love about. She always honest. I like honest people. Be straight up. Don't try to be, don't try to hide it with a pretty little lie or be somebody else. You're not. Be straight up. I think that's the way your quality and your real you gonna show. Judy Khan. I know. Yes, Charlene. Excuse me. I take all time here, but these people are locked on. And I normally don't get the time, but I'm gonna say it this time. I just taking it. All right. Judy Khan, love her out there in Canada.
Hey, don't forget to have a number one fan locked on to her, Princess Mom.
Hey, here now, I'm getting there. Seriously, you see? This is why I don't go and call names, because somebody gonna get vexed with me. But I have her. I have her luck. I have her luck. Don't you feel no how? But these, yes. Shirty, biggest, I think is biggest. You say biggest fan, right? So save the best for last.
Since long time.
Yo, I gotta say a shout out to HD. You know what I mean? And this video clip, the video clip where they're gonna be seeing who never saw HD before, they're gonna see HD playing drums. Seriously, right?
HD not easy.
All they gotta look out. Yeah, they gotta look out for HD. He's gonna be featured in the video. He's gonna be playing the drums.
You know, HD is really talented. You know, man can play keyboard and everything.
Yo, HD is a talented guy. You know, HD did when he was.
His face.
No, last year when we was out there in New York, I had a ball with HD. You know what I mean? HD is one of the guys I think talk his mind too, and
yes,
he's a guy he know good stuff, and I look up and I proud of him for that. And he do great camera work. Trust me, he did some bad camera work for last year. Trust me, I'm looking forward to seeing him too. You know what I mean? Charlene's mom. I'm not listening. Charlene's mom, yo. Let me say Charlene's mom, the star girl mother. Alright? So, thank you very much for always supporting me. Thank you for making a beautiful daughter like that who love up the music and supporting the music. You know what I mean? I got a big show up always, and always coming out to the shows out there when I come out there and support you. Thank you very much all the time. And I wish to see you soon, you know what I mean? Tina, oh my gosh, Tina, thank you very much. Tina, I don't forget you. At Hitman, take any time here. When you can go on some interviews and look how much name.
Take your
my
time.
Boy Vishnu out in New York.
Have enough time.
Yeah, people will be getting anxious, the vexing right now because they want to hear the song. Hey, all you go have lots of time. All you have the whole Christmas every time after this. Go on our page after and they're gonna hear it. Yeah,
this,
you know.
This interview will be on YouTube as well. So.
Alright, good. Vishnu in New York. You know what I mean? Big up to him as my homeboy right from back home here in Trinidad. He up there now and he bigging up himself, and I'm a big supporter of the Hitman and Chutney music. I love him for that. Thank you very much, Vish. See you soon, boy. Steven, chef, cook some food, please. Alright? Hey, how we go forget Vibestar? You gotta big up the Vibestar.
Wait, big up Vibestar. One time.
Yeah. We can't forget Vibestar. You know what I mean? Vibestar. You know what? I know Vibestar when he was a little child because his mother used to call him Child. And she still does call him Child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know his mom, and you know what? She did a great job in bringing him up. He's very a manly boy, and you know what? He's going to a man now. I'm proud of him because I know when he was trying to get into this DJ thing, and he's up there. He's up there with the big names right now, and he's one of the big names right now. He's a good promoter, you know what I mean, and he has his mom's support, and I hope he always listens to her because she knows best. And I'm proud of him, and you know what? He loving up his song. So Vibestar, take that in your yeah. Seriously, I'm telling you, hey.
Somebody said Chutney Fire 2015.
Chutney Fire, I'm telling you, hey. I gotta pick up on my person Tanuja, you know. She's locked on right now. I got to know her a little while back, and I know she's a beautiful person inside out. A big supporter of the music. And you know what? I wish her all the best on her program. She's gonna love up the Hitman track because Hitman loves shop in the musical world. Yes, you know, we got a big shop, and you know what? She always supporting the music, and everybody here on this thing support the music. Hey, so much names there. All the DJs, you know what? All the genuine DJs who love to play genuinely good music and stand up for their right. And when they hear a good thing, they jam it on the people because they want to give the people happiness and good music. Big up to all of them, all you DJs on the radio station, on your station too, Charlene. The clubs out there, all the clubs that Hitman been through over the years and clubs that yet to come. Big up to all the club owners for pumping the Chutney music. It's a bullet and they can't stop it.
Exactly.
You understand?
Oh wait, got to launch up Brandon Lee. He's actually in the chat room right now. He's locked on. Your photographer.
Good. Brandon, yes, Brandon. You know what? My laptop only going dark here because Charlene had me busy. I gotta big up Brandon. Then we was talking. He heard us, right? I hope he get that.
Yes, I hope so.
You know?
He's on the chat right now. He's on there.
This is the guy that bring the face to the Chutney bullet. Put it that way. he bring the face to the Chutney Bullet, Brandon. You know what I mean? This is the kind of level that the Hitman we're moving on here right now, going in to the Chutney Soca season. You know what I mean? This is the level we're moving it, and this is the level we ain't gonna stop because that Bullet. You understand?
You already know. Big things going on. Big things going on.
Hey, and I tell you, look, I can't forget this one, Natalie out there. Natalie, I'm gonna be seeing you girls soon, girl. Get ready for that show on the 20th. I tell you what, it's gonna be a performance that I'm gonna blow the whole New York away because Hitman is ready and I'm ready to go, Natalie. You understand? Sharon out there always supporting everybody who's coming out to the show. It's gonna be wicked. The Chutney Soca season is upon us and Chutney Bullet is ready.
You already know we got Hitman right here live on Guyana Tunes. Tell me something that I have been dying to ask you since the interview started. Are you going to be in Chutney Soca Monarch 2015? Wait, boy, get quiet for that one.
No, say, I'm going through my computer here. I'm saying again, Charlie.
Hey, no computer. Anytime you're doing an interview with Princess, all the attention
I'm trying not to let nothing not distract me from you, girl. Alright, good. Go ahead. Sorry.
Tell me something. You know, I've been dying to ask you this since the beginning of our interview. Are you going up for Chutney Soca Monarch 2015?
I was hearing that, yes. You know what? I've been out it for a little while, maybe going on 2 years, and this time, I think the vibes, the atmosphere, the people, everything is just right now. And the Chutney Bullet with this song, and if you following Chutney Monarch, they would have seen a little while ago George Singh, the guy who run the Southex promotion, Mr. George Singh. He did a post and was very upset about some of the kind of lyrics and music that he was hearing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I commend him for that because I think people like him. I always say, you know, if we want change, we gotta start at the top. That's why in the early days I said I wasn't gonna do a rum song. And tell me, Charlene, how much rum song are you hearing right now, Charlene?
Right now?
Not much.
Oh my gosh. A lot.
Not much.
Well,
yeah, it have a lot, but nothing but you're not hearing. It's really not taking over the whole Chutney scene right now.
No, it's not because you know what? A lot of people, they are tired. They are very tired of hearing all these rum songs. So no, a lot of people are not taking a liking to all these craziness
exactly.
that people
And
singing now.
It was too much negativity was coming off for it. So when Mr. Johnson, as I said, I commend him for taking his stand to getting good lyrics, good music back in the game, and with that, seeing that stand and building a more confidence in the whole system. You know what I mean? Chutney Bullet born. I gotta say it originated with all the elements that the Chutney world been calling for. That's what we say in John Morgan and dancehall, and the Chutney Soca feeling, the Chutney Soca vibes, and with that song, Chutney Soca Monarch, Hitman is going to be Chutney Soca Monarch 2050. Once they keep to their word and they really choose and they do their judging correctly, and they keep true to what they say, I think that song is going to be should be straight up to the finals, and Hitman is going to win it.
For real. Oh, got a large up album copy, DJ 3rd Degree locked on right now.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is how I see it. This is what I'm going to do with the Chutney Bullet. It's all about confidence. It's not about boasting or bragging. But I think the time is right now, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the challenge. I love our excitement. You know, I always love going up in the Chutney Monarch. It always keep me upbeat. It always have a good vibe for me. I love the competition. So yes, I'm gonna be there, and Chutney Soca Bullet is going to blow away the whole competition.
You already know. I think everybody, they're ready for this track, boy. What do you think? I don't think people want to. No, Piana. For the past while, I'm telling you, people want to whine. You understand? They want to break waist. They want to hear that Dolak rock. They want to hear that dancehall. You know, when drum honk play that bass and drum honk start to beat up that bass, and you know what I mean. It's just this is what we want. When I go to a Chutney show long time, and when I go to a Chutney show, you see the energy Hitman on stage. I'm just crazy, you know what I mean? Because that's the vibes.
That's what we do. That's where we bring out energy. You understand? With the Devi Shakti mother of the world, Hitman, just you know, we're gonna destroy the place with the bullet. You see, I get excited already, Charlie.
Of course,
seriously.
Of course, you know, it's pure excitement. I mean, because this is a big deal for you, so I understand. I am excited for you. I was excited, you know, so excited today. You know, you are very blessed, and you have a good team behind you. You just keep at it. That's, you know. Stay humble.
Well, here what?
Keep at it.
That's what I say. You know what? I try to keep myself focused. Try to keep myself spiritually grounded, because I know I gotta thank God. Yo, we big up everybody. I gotta thank the Almighty God. You know.
Like you're praying right now.
I'm watching my Facebook.
Way!
All my Facebook people, I love you guys. Yo, sorry, Charlie.
I think
no,
you
I'm
forget
sorry,
some of your friends' name in it. That's why you're cheating on Facebook and you're watching and making it an excuse.
Yeah, I forget. You just call one of them Alan Gopi. Always on.
Yes, man. Got a lot of my brother. DJ 3rd Degree Locked On. You already know.
You know, I can say big up to 3rd Degree, because you know I am. He always supporting the music. He's a big guy who pushing the music. He love his religion. He love his culture. You know what I mean? And I just love up Alan for that. You know what I mean? And I know the music and the culture get somebody like Alan on to have their back. Well, we good to go. You know, all the DJs. Yo, my partner out on Orlando. They up there. Richie. Indian, all of these people, a lot of DJs, forgive me guys if I can't remember everybody's name, you know what I mean, but I know these guys over the years. I met them. They love the music, they love to play good music. Well, this one is for all of them and all the people who love good music, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what I have to say, man, you have anything else you want to say to all your fans out there that's locked on right now before we drop this?
Well, what I will say, I think we said it all now. Please, what I would like to add in the end here is that please forgive us for this long interview. But you know what? Everybody just laughing and telling how I'm making you blush. You know, that is basically the talk of the town right now. Yes. Yeah, well, you know, this is it. We gotta do an interview, but you know, we can't keep it too boring. But you know, I always talk to everybody who locked on here on Facebook. You know what I mean? And this is a way for me of they're hearing me. They may not be seeing me right now, but they're hearing the voice. They're hearing the voice who write and tell them all these things. You know what I mean? You know, the one who always, you know, I always digging up my God. You know, thank you, Lord, for my blessings. The one who thanking them. I just love them. I love and I thank for the support. I gotta remind them though. You know what? When you guys go out there it's gonna be releasing on the radio stations during this week. They gotta go out and request it. You know, don't wait for the radio station to play it, to hear it, to go and request it.
Exactly.
Go out there, request it. You know, because this is all for the push for good, clean, you know, lyrics, chutney music, the chutney music that we love. Chutney Bullet is that. And this is for chutney music. Go out there, spread it, share it up for everybody, share it to the world. Let the world see, yo, you know, we have good music, we have good looking superstars in it too, you know. You know what I mean? Whatever, yeah, you know.
Take your time.
I don't say that to fret you. You know, go out there, share it. You know, be proud of the music. You know what I mean? And a little while they've been asking, they want to think. Well, guys, this is it. You know, spread it up, share it. Party for the Christmas, invite me over for ham. Shani, I'll leave New York next week, and when I come on, I'm gonna pass through you and tell your mom to make a ham for me, please. I love ham.
Okay, alright, I'll tell you to bake one, right? I'll tell her to bake one for you.
Yeah, bake not one, make her 5.
5? Oh my gosh, we're all that fit in.
Girl, I'll eat half of it before I come. Alright?
And you'll take the rest home, huh?
Yeah. But on a serious note, big up to everybody. You know what? A little message again. Yo, there's nothing in the world that we can't accomplish.
Very
God,
true.
truly, and I'm saying this, and I want everybody to hear this. And whoever, if it's 5 people, 10 people, 100, a million people is listening this, I want to say this on air here to the world and to everybody that I, Hitman Nishan Prabhu, love the Almighty God, and I'm professing my love to Him in front of everybody because He said so, to do that. And when you reach the stage of really knowing He exists and He is real, and you know the kind of stuff that He run things and He do, you could go out there and say it when you love that. And I love the Almighty God because through Him He created this Facebook. You know what I mean? When you want to get fight down in other places, you know what I mean, by men trying to control, you know, the God created Facebook, and He created it for people like me and you and all the people out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right?
already know.
So yeah, this is it. So this is it, and I just, you know, ecstatic right now. We just jam the tune on the people and just get it.
Well, listen, I want you to jam them with a cappella, and you release the track, and then we'll drop it like it's hot. So you ready?
Drop it like it's hot. Wow, you talk about it, you know. I had so much energy before that kind of thing, but yes. The worldwide release of the Chutney bullet. It's not a bullet, it's a bomb. Trust me, get ready, put on your helmet, grease up that waist, and just get ready to get mad for real Chutney Soca music on Guyana Chunes. Princess, drop it on them.
Boom!
Mash up, Hitman. Mash up, drum. Mash up, Chutney.
Yo, this is your boy Hitman, bringing up the hottest and the sexy DJ Princess out there in Florida.
Chutney Soca. We want to do Chutney Soca. Get a Chutney Soca. If you love your Chutney Soca, put your hand up in the air. If you love your Chutney music, come and wine like you don't care. Yo, pull up the beat and dance all we play. Listen the rhythm, Chutney we say. When the jump start to play, we go mash up on the party place. I'm telling you, hold on your partner, wine with your lover. Hold on your partner, wine with your lover. When the jump start to play, we go mash up on the party place. I'm telling you, mash up on the party place. Let me go, let me go, let me go. Don't lock the beat and dance all we play. Listen the rhythm, just you we say. When the drum start to play, we go mash up on the party day. I'm telling you, mash up on the party day. Chutney Soca, give them Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca, we want Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca, we want Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca, Chutney Soca. Hey, Chutney Soca to the world. Let me go. New York, Miami, and Canada. Follow da-da-da-da, everybody catching the Chutney fever. Follow da-da-da-da, hey, New York, Miami, and Canada. Everybody catching the Chutney fever. All over Trinidad and Guyana.
Alright guys, gotta thank Nation the Hitman so much. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. You already know this is the official release of Chutney Soca Bullet from the youngest Chutney legend out of Trinidad and Tobago.
Mash up,
Yo, this is your boy Hitman, bringing up the hottest and the sexy DJ Princess out there in Florida.
Chutney Soca, give them Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca, we want Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca, we want Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca, give them Chutney Soca. If you love your Chutney Soca, put your hand up in the air. If you love your Chutney music, come and wine like you don't care. Yo, pull up the beat and dance all we play. Listen the rhythm, Chutney we say. When the jump start to play, we go mash up on the party place. I'm telling you, hold on your partner, wine with your lover. Hold on your partner, wine with your lover. When the jump start to play, we go mash up on the party place. I'm telling you, mash up on the party place. Let me go, let me go, let me go. Don't lock the beat and dance all we play. Listen the rhythm, it's Chutney we say. When the drum start to play,
Alright, so what do you guys think? I know you guys loving it up right now, right? Hitman, tell them something there.
Well, Charlene, I gotta say, I'm gonna leave you to just run this whole radio station and just mash up the place and entertain the people. You understand? And a last shout out, I say big up to Jum Honk and them, big up to Kelvin Kisoon, marvelous job. Sky Production, who mix and master the song. Yo, them guys did a wicked mix down on this thing. Big them up down there, Sky Production, for that. Always. And everybody else, yo, I'll see you guys on Facebook. Enjoy up the girl. Charlene, drop some tune on them, girl.
You're blazing with South Florida's #1 female DJ, DJ Princess.
Mash up, Hitman again. Mash up, Hitman. Mash up, drum again. Mash up, Chutney Soca. Hitman again. Chutney Soca. We want Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca. We want Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca. Get a Chutney Soca. If you love your Chutney Soca, put your hand up in the air. If you love your Chutney music, come and wine like you don't care. Yo, rock the beat and dance all we play. Listen the rhythm, Chutney we say. When the jump start to play, we go mash up on the party place. I'm telling you, hold on your partner, wine with your lover. Hold on your partner, wine with your lover. When the jump start to play, we go mash up on the party place. I'm telling you, mash up on the party place. Let me go, let me go, let me go. Don't like the beat and dance all we play. Listen the rhythm, just you we say. When the drum start to play, we go mash up on the party day. I'm telling you, mash up on the party day. Chutney Soca, give them Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca, we want Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca.
This is not a bullet.
Chutney Soca.
It's not a bullet. Let me tell you what all it. Let me tell all you what this is.
Chutney Soca to the world.
Is that a bullet? Can you guys tell me what this is before I tell all you? Let me see if all you right. Let me see if all you right.
Everybody catching the Chutney fever.
Yes, you got that right.
And Canada. Everybody catching the Chutney.
This is not a bullet. It is a bomb.
Mash up, Hitman again. Mash up, Hitman. Mash up, drum again. Mash up, Chutney Soca. Hitman again. Chutney Soca. We want Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca. We want Chutney Soca. Chutney Soca. Get a Chutney Soca. If you love your Chutney Soca, put your hand up in the air. If you love your Chutney music, come and wine like you don't care. Yo, rock the beat and dance all we play. Listen the rhythm, Chutney we say. When the jump start to play, we go mash up on the party place. I'm telling you, hold on your partner, wine with your lover. Hold on your partner, wine with your lover. When the jump start to play, we go mash up on the party place. I'm telling you, mash up on the party place.
Real positive vibes going on right about now. Got a lot of nation, the Hitman on this Chutney Soca bullet. Got a lot of up on this one.
DJ Princess.